Hi everybody. Okay, I'm back. So today I'm going to go ahead and show you how to curl the Outre Duby hair. Because when I first got it, this is kind of what it, well, it didn't look exactly like this, but it was like flat like this. And you could, as soon as I combed it, it would just fold back. And I don't wrap it, I just put a satin bonnet on it and leave it as it is. But my scalp was starting to itch. And the glue was slipping because I didn't put a lot of glue on it. So some of the tracks up here, every time I brush it to the side, the tracks that are on this side are like flipping up. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out today, but I want to go ahead and show you guys how I curl it. And also, I will probably be doing this again as a full sew-in with the Outre Duby hair. And I think I'm going to go for 2 months, meaning I'll wear it for a month and take it out, buy some new hair, and then re-sew it in. I think I'm only going to use 1 pack and just split the tracks, because this is like 1 pack of hair right here, and I barely use some of the other hair. So, yeah. Yeah. And it hardly sheds, and it doesn't really tangle at all. Actually, matter of fact, it doesn't tangle at all. If anything, the curls get clumped together and they'll stay. Like, they won't get matted up and look like a nest in the back of your head. They'll just clump together like this and they'll stay. So you just might have like one little flip, one little curl, just like, it'll move, but it'll just be in this one spot. You know what I mean? So I love this hair for $15, $15.99 where I'm at. So yeah. And go ahead and get started. And how I like to curl my hair, and I haven't curled my hair since I flat ironed it, but before that, over a year. So work with me. So I'm just going to start in sections like this, and I'm going to curl the top first. Just take little small subsections. And I'm using the Belson Pro. I got this for $30 on sale at Sally's. And if it's Belson, I'm sure it's part of the Golden Hotline. I don't know. Let me just stop saying stuff like that. So I'm just going to take it and twirl it around. You ever notice when you do it the first time, you do a really good job, and then when you try to do it again and demonstrate for somebody, it come out some kind of different? Yeah, like, this isn't supposed to look like this. Let me try it this way. Wow. Okay. Please bear with me. I'm just going to have to do this by itself, it seems. Okay, we'll come back to that one. I ain't like how that turned out. We'll have to come back to that one. Okay. Moving on. Oh, and there's no products in my hair. I haven't put any type of products on this hair. I haven't even greased my scalp, and I've only had this hair since Saturday, and today is Wednesday. So, okay, there we go. Yeah, I'll just curl it under then and stop trying to be fancy. Stick to what I know. These barrel curls, what we used to call them, barrel. Okay, this little piece is going to be work in progress. Yeah, it is. I start at the top, and I'm just going to curl them under. So if you're like me, who can't really wield the hot iron, girl, just curl it under. There you go. And just like, throw her to the side. And I'm not going to do my whole head on camera. But you know what? I want to talk to you guys about Childcare. My Childcare Woes. So, as you guys know from my first rant video about my child being in daycare, what happened with that? So, beginning of the year, right after I had Elijah. So, I took him home. He was home with me for the whole 2 months. November and December. So in January, after I had Elijah, I put him back in childcare. But this time I put him in a Montessori school. And what Montessori schools are, Their childcare facilities are private owned, and you have to pay a tuition. But they teach them. They have to go off a curriculum. So they teach them reading and writing and math and arithmetic, singing, dancing. Well, not dance, but singing. They have music class. They have art class. They have all these different things. And I wanted to do that to keep, keep him to keep doing the baby read, to reinforce what he already does at home. So, and the school I'm at is right here in downtown Long Beach. And there's a couple of them in Long Beach, so yeah. And when we first got there, it was a nice facility. It still is a nice facility. Don't mean I go there. It's this one particular person I have a problem with. His teacher, I love his teacher. She's wonderful. She takes the time to explain things. As soon as I come pick him up, I ask her how was he today, and she'll give me the full rundown with no problem. You know what I mean? At the other school, I would get, I don't know, I didn't watch him. I don't know. She went on her lunch. I don't know. And that right there is a problem for me. You better write down a report then, since you don't ever know nothing. You need to have somebody write down what happened today, because I'm not with this. I don't know. But let me get back to the other school. So his teacher's wonderful, and it was, I like the school so much that I put Isaiah in there. And Isaiah was 18 months when he went. Now he's 2. So when he first went, he had to go to the 18 months to 2-year-old class. And what they do in there, honestly, they just play. That's all they do is play and color and write and play with toys, and that's it. But he needed that interaction with other children, because Isaiah really isn't speaking as well as Amir was. And a lot of that has to do with Amir talks for him a lot. So, and then he's the middle child, so he's more reserved, and then another thing, it's just his personality. He's like an old man. But that's another video in itself. But he's talking now. Since he's been in school, he's communicating a lot more, because he used to just communicate through, I guess, a form of sign language, because he would point to what he wanted, or he'll use his hands to show me. And now he verbalizes it. Okay, so I had this particular problem with the director. She is a piece of work. So they had a open house night for kindergarten and first grade. And because Amir's 3, he'll be going to kindergarten that following year. So she just told me to come, and check it out and see if I would like it, because you have to pay for it. And versus sending him to public school kindergarten, she was like basically saying keep him here and pay tuition. I don't like her. She fronts all the time, and I don't like it. I will get there in the morning at 9:30 or 9 o'clock. She will not be there. I will pick my children up at 3 o'clock or 3:30. She will not be there. But apparently, when Amir throws a tantrum, she's the one to come to the rescue and diffuse the situation from him throwing a tantrum. And I'm like, I don't ever see her. You're not his teacher. I don't understand why you have all these negative things to say about my child. And it's not really negative, but she's kind of, everybody at the school knows him. She kind of pointed him out as the troublemaker. Now, you know how parents are when it comes to their kids. Like, don't try me like that. My child is exceptional. And as you guys all have seen, he's a special little baby. He is. And the thing that I've noticed at the school is that he's not being challenged enough. So it's my job to, to challenge him more. So I'm going to put him in extracurricular activities. So that's something I'm working on. And the teacher and I communicate every day on his behavior. I come in, I ask her, she tells me, and I tell her, we're going to work on it. And I do things at home to make her job easier. Like putting him on the same sleep and snack schedule as he does Monday through Friday. So Saturday and Sunday, he takes his nap at 12:30, and then he eats lunch at whatever time. And even if he's not sleeping, I make him lay down. You know what I mean? Just to make her job easier. Because she has so many children to look after, and it's not physically possible for her to stop what she's doing to make sure he lays down. But, yeah. So the director, so at open house, I brought Omar, because Omar, he works all the time. He's a lawyer. Like, come on now. And she knows this. And he works all the way in another city, which is like a good amount of, like 30 miles away, basically. So it's a long commute. And for some reason, she kept running behind him at the conference saying, you know, he does this, this, and this, and you really should be a part of what's going on with him. I know you have to work, but you should be a part. And I'm like, why is this talking to my husband like this? And I guess she figured that I'm not doing my job as a parent or as a mother, so she's going to go deal with him. And it made me upset because I'm the one who deals with the children on a day-to-day basis. Yes, he's a father to them. Do not get it twisted. But I'm the disciplinarian, and when he comes home, he'll discipline them if he has to. I'm the cook, the maid, the personal stylist, everything to my family. So for me, it was offensive that she kept doing that. And at first, I'm like, why she keep running behind my man? Is she trying to talk to him? You know what I mean? Like, what is she doing? But no, I had to get it together. I'm like, come on now, stop tripping. And she, the lady is Indian, like from the continent of India. And she is totally Americanized. It's not even funny. Like, she has tips, these hot pink tips with glitter and blue rhinestones on them. And she's the director of an elementary, of a daycare. She's a director with all this flamboyancy going on. And she's just a mess. I just don't like it. So she kept telling him, what did she tell him? And then also she was like, well, I know in the African American families, the father is the person who comes in and takes charge. And I'm like, what is this heifer talking about? She really gonna make me go off. I didn't understand what she was going with that. And then she was saying, and I noticed in the Jewish and the Indian and the whatever families, the mother is the person to take charge. And I'm just looking at her like, you need to hurry and finish what you got to say so we can leave. Because at that point I was like, let me get out of here before I say something to this lady that's not nice. Well, I wouldn't cuss her out or anything, but I would say it in a way that, in a manner that she would be like, oh, wow, I didn't know I offended you. You know? And eventually I did. I had to let her know that this is not what's going on. This is what's going on. This is what my husband does. Though I did not owe her an explanation, but I felt like she had to be corrected right there because she was way out of line. Oh, and then she went on to say, even my son, you know, his grandmother raised him. And still to this day, if I were to tell him to do something, he would do it. And I'm like, you didn't even raise your own kid, and you really have the nerve to tell other people what to do with theirs? Stop right now, because this right here is becoming a problem. You were just talking crazy, and I had to realize the type of person I was dealing with. I was dealing with a person who was not. I was not dealing with a reasonable thinking person. That's how I want to say. She was not a reasonable thinker, and I had to leave her alone because I knew I wasn't going to get anywhere with her, so I just had to stop what was going on. So the next day I just went to school, said, hey, good morning, how you doing? And dropped my child off, and I continued to deal with his teacher. You know what I mean? And I told his teacher, if you act a fool again, call me up here and I will take care of it. You know, it's just that simple. And I really don't like it. And he won't be going there for kindergarten, no. No. He's not being challenged enough. And, yeah, so that's basically it. I had to get that off my chest, because she is horrible. Well, when I'm finished, I'll come back and show you the result. Okay, everybody, so I'm done. So I'm going to give you a quick 360. Okay? And this is it. So I'll probably leave it alone. Yeah, because you really don't need to touch it. I mean, you can, but you really don't need to. Unless you just placing curls where you want them to go. Like right here, I want it to overlay on top of that. So that piece of track, girl, did it slide out? Ooh, she on her last leg. Okay. Yeah, like that little piece of track is just not doing what it's supposed to do right now. And this is it. This is the Outre Duby hair. And I Thanks everybody for watching. Alright, well y'all get the idea. I'm gonna get her together. And she coming out tonight. See y'all later. Bye.